Yes, sir. What's poppin'? It's your boy, the boy Henry Heck, back at it again with another video featuring Concord inside of the background. And I wanted to take a brief moment to speak on a topic that always tends to come up inside of these styles of games, you know, and that is nerfing and buffing. Personally, I don't get too into hollering for nerfing this or hollering for buffing that because it just don't ever end well. You never get to where you need to be or want to be inside the game. A character is always gonna be overpowered. Some characters gonna end up being overly nerfed. It's just always gonna be trying to figure this out, trying to figure that out instead of just enjoying the characters for what they are. And I tend to think developers should push back any kind of nerfing or buffing for as long as they can until they absolutely have to touch something. There's a couple of characters inside of the game that people are very vocal as far as nerfing. You got, Haymar. People seem to think she does too much burst damage, especially with the variant we're about to have access to unlock. And also you got Linux, super well-rounded, awesome, powerful character. Got self-healing, super accurate. What damage is good, super good. Got an exploding knife damage, super good, and a decent amount of health. For the character, some people seem to think his health should be knocked back a tad. Since he does have a self-heal. As far as Haymar, they feel as though her damage is too high, and her ability to dish that damage out is it's in too quick of a succession. But I look at it as if not every character is going to be able to go toe to toe with the next character. You know what I mean? A one-off situation. Sometimes, like I said about using your environment to your advantage, you got to use certain situations to your advantage. You got to know when to engage, when to disengage. When to try to pick somebody off, when not try to pick somebody off. You may have to hop on comms and call on your teammate like, hey, this Haymar is up here wreaking havoc. We got to do something about it. You might have to get the Veil on your team to focus her and get her in disarray so you can come up behind and spray with your SMG, shotgun, or what have you. It's a team game. So if there's a character that's just you just can't win in a one-on-one situation, call upon your teammates. Blitz them and try to put them in a wary situation to where they can't utilize their where they can't utilize their abilities to the best of their ability. So I just don't want it to be a situation where devs start nerfing and buffing, and then it just starts an endless cycle and snowball effect of buffing and nerfing every week, buffing and nerfing. Nothing is ever gonna get up to par, up to standards of where the game should feel like it should be, because you're always gonna have people whose favorite character is not where they want them to be. Take Roka. She with this, we need more help on Roka. We need when she does a ground smash attack, we need that to speed up so she ain't in the air hanging in the air so long. We need an extra 2 rounds in the rocket launcher. We need that reload we need to be a little bit shorter. We need a little bit shorter. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest, don't nerf nobody, don't buff nobody. You understand? Don't do it. Don't start it, don't do it. It's gonna be a snowball effect, and at the end of the day, it's always going to be somebody that's catching the short end of the stick. Use the map to your advantage. Use your teammates to your advantage. This is a team game. Use your teammates to your advantage. If, like I said, it's a specific individual on the enemy team and they just outclassing you, look for opportunity to double team them, triple team. Look for an opportunity to come up behind him after he's been inside of a gunfight. After he's been inside of a gunfight, you know what? He run into a health pack, try to head him off. Try and head him off. He got half health. You got full health. He head into the health pack. You coming up behind him. That's the advantage. Now that's a fight you can win. You can win that fight 9 times out of 10. And sure, Linux is self heal, but you still got surprise on your side. You still got, you might have a teammate with you. So even if you do self-heal, there ain't nothing he can do. There's nothing he can do. Get the Linux up out of here. Get him up out of here. You know, I just, as soon as the developers start nerfing him, it's sending the whole game into turmoil. Into turmoil. As soon as this character get a buff, somebody else gonna need a buff. That character need a buff too. All right, we buffing him too. Oh, we did a little too much. We gonna nerf him now. Oh, you done overly nerfed him. Now the character is unused, but don't nobody want to play with him. You know what I mean? And I would hate for this. This game already has enough things stacked up against it. It does not need situations where people are not picking certain characters just dead. It does not need that kind of imbalance. You know what I mean? Are there super strong characters? Yes. Are there characters that do ton of damage? Yes. But nobody is unbeatable. No one player is unbeatable. Now, if you come across a stack and everybody's just awesome, you just gonna have to hold that in. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes you come across a group of folk that the skill gap is just that much. You know what I mean? But it's not super often. But I just want to make a quick video and touch on this nerfing and buffing. I seen some stuff in the Discord and figured I'd create a video and touch on certain and just touch on it. Just put it out there how I feel about nerfing and buffing. Not a fan of it. Don't think it should happen. That's just me. I know. I'm gone. I will catch y'all in the next one.